Welcome back, Fantasy Squad. Today we're talking about consistency ratings. Let's get rolling. Welcome back, squad. Happy Sunday. Excited to chat with you again. We're talking about consistency ratings, which is something I definitely did not just make up. Let's go. So consistency ratings, I should preface, this is all in the draft guide that you can buy shortly, which I will provide you a coupon for shortly. Consistency ratings are really simple. I have one being not consistent at all. Think of he who shall not be named, right? Think of goddamn I need to calm down. Think of all gas, zero brakes, Gabe Davis. The man driving 100 miles an hour off the cliff, Gabe Davis. The man who sometimes touches the sun and the man who sometimes lives on it, Gabe Davis. Anyway, Gabe Davis is technically a 0 in my mind because he's so low. But basically, the lower the score, the less consistent they are. Now, that doesn't mean they're bad, right? Calvin Ridley was going to have a low score, spoiler alert. Now, is Calvin Ridley bad at football? No, not necessarily. But is he consistent at football? And then your 10, right, is someone super consistent. And as you get higher, obviously, you're going to get someone who is more expensive, right? So if we look at Christian McCaffrey, he's going to be a 10 out of 10. He scored 12 fantasy points per game in all 16 games he played. He scored much more than that in every game he played. So I'll give you another example. Someone who has a really high consistency score, someone like David Montgomery. Consistency really is about having that safe floor and knowing what to expect. Right? If I want someone with a high ceiling, their consistency might go down. If I want the safer floor, their consistency's up. But that doesn't mean they're the best player. David Montgomery's going to have a high score. Doesn't mean I would take him with a top 10 draft pick. Now, we're not hitting consistency ratings for every single player because I would be exhausted and that would take me forever. We're covering 10 from each position and kind of highlighting here's a highlight, here's a low light, here's a middle ground, here's kind of what to expect from these 10 and then kind of judge off of what you know. Anyway, like I said, this is all coming out on the Fantasy Football Draft Guide we're putting out. This will come out very shortly, hopefully after the draft. I'm going to mark it down a ton so you guys just have access to it. It's going to be like $5 or something if you watch the videos because I want it to be cheap and I want it to be accessible and I don't want you guys to feel like I'm robbing you. Like that's not, I think it's too early to say like, look at this great product I have, which I believe in it and I think it's great, but I've been working on it for the past 6 months, whereas like you are seeing it for the very first time. So my goal with that is to really kind of warm you up to the idea of consistency ratings. There's a bunch of other stuff we're going to cover. Running back handcuffs are in it as well. We'll touch on that in a later video. There's a ton of tips and stats, cool stuff. So be sure to check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Short video. If you like it, please follow us on Twitter. Check out our other videos. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. I say that every time, but it's true. Okay, bye. Peace. Gabriel Davis.